The furnace stopped for a few minutes, so let me speak really quick. It was really helpful being married to an engineer for this one. He figured it all out, and when it broke, the chain belt, he fixed it with one of my hair elastics. This one. Don't use this one very much. I think I got it included when I bought one of my knitting machines. Just don't really like it. I don't remember the instructions. It kind of skips a gear, and it just feels very awkward and clunky. There's quite a story behind this one, but I'll save that for another day, or maybe my blog. I've been seeing these yarn winders all over the internet or YouTube, and I really wanted one. Could not get the one that I was first looking at, but ended up with this one. It's not bad for the price. It'll do. This one would be a little bit too big probably to do it on this winder. See, I have one of these ones as well. But sometimes when I'm winding, it just feels like it skips a gear, so I don't use it. And it's also, I have to find the instructions every time I want to use it to figure out how to put the yarn through this hair curler thing. Also came with some of these cones that you can put on there, and I guess gives a better base to your cake of yarn. I just don't use it. So I bought this one after seeing reviews about a different one, which I'll put more information in about that whole story in my blog. And it's okay. It's pretty good. Couple little points. This screw here through the spring, you can actually loosen and tighten this. I don't see any videos on YouTube showing that you can do that. And it describes if you want your ball of yarn to be really fluffy, you loosen it off, I believe. Or if you want it really tight, you would tighten this up. The yarn goes behind this plate, and sometimes it does pop out while I'm winding, and the screw is tightening the amount of resistance that's on there. This one also only has one spring eye type of yarn tensioner at the top. Some I've seen have more than one. The instructions tell you to go from here to here to here. However, I find it really hard to figure out how to get through those little loops. See, it's like one of those keychain style things. So you have to figure out exactly how to get it through. So instead, I take the end of yarn from here. I just feed it through the center of the eye and over to here. This one doesn't have the white elastic band that some models do, but it has little grooves in these fins at the bottom, and that's where you're supposed to put your yarn end. And then when you're done winding the yarn, supposedly you flip it over and your yarn end sticks out. Doesn't quite work that well sometimes, but it's better than yarn barf from some of these other balls. One thing I don't like about this model is that the on-off switch is on this side of your table or winder, and the other side is the side that's clamped. So it makes it really hard to kind of like figure out how to stand and, you know, work your yarn and make sure that you have a hand over here. And excuse the vibrating phone. My stand wiggles a little bit too much. So it goes under that plate, through the eye. Make sure it stays under there. Then around here and around a couple of the little doohickeys. And then find the power button somewhere here. And just go. I keep the yarn in a box down on the chair when I'm trying to do this. Especially if you're using from the outside of the ball, you want to contain it so it doesn't jump all around. And you can see the disc almost came off there. You just have to keep an eye on that. And I'm just keeping my hand down here on the yarn, just in case there's a knot. You can hear it slowing down a little bit. See, a little bit of a knot, it will stop. Just give it a little tidy up here. We're almost at the end of the ball. And you do have to turn it back to the off and then on again. And then we're done. Whammo presto. Take it off. And you can see for a moment, there is a center hole, but that end doesn't really stick out anywhere. So I'm still trying to grab it without getting too much. I've read some people put a little tab of sticky tape or something on the end of the yarn, and that can help you at least feel for it in there. But that's one more step, and I'm a bit of a lazy knitter. So there. Not too bad. I mean, it's definitely a lot more expensive than the one I got at the barn sale. But I feel like I'm with the modern age now.